So the rider's coming out on track now, and we're moving into heat number 13. So this is the big boys going in heat number 13. We got Brady, Kurtz and Dan Bewley, the top pairing for the Aces, up against Maciej, Janowski and Charles Wright for the Oxford Spires. So this one's going to be tasty as well.
It is now. It looked like in the last heat, Maciej got himself going, got the bike working well, and he got his head in the game. Obviously, Wright is going to be battling like he always does. You know, he knows this track a little bit. He's a true speedo racer. He doesn't give up very easily. But the two Bellevue boys are going to really be tough people to beat, as we know that week in, week out. They're the double-figure scorers around here. So it's going to be a very interesting race. I just hope that Maciej can make another good start off gate 2, like he did in his previous race, and get in front.
So then, the line-up for heat number 13 here at this Bellevue Aces versus Oxford Spires meeting at the National Speedway Stadium. Brady Kurtz goes from gate number 1 in red for the Bellevue Aces. Gate number 2 in white for the Oxford Spires is Maciej Janowski. Gate number 3 in blue for the Bellevue Aces is Dan Bewley. And off the outside, Charles Wright goes in yellow for the Spires in this one. So we've got 2 British finalists in that humdinger of a race, and then we've got 2 Speedway Grand Prix riders as well, including Dan Bewley as the 3rd Speedway Grand Prix rider in this one. So with Maciej Janowski having sort of appeared to have got his setup sorted, this could be really, really tasty. This
could be a very saucy race. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Let's hope Maciej can make a good trap, get his nose across Kurtz on the inside, and then see what he can do off the first turn. But Kurtz has been making very good gates, and gate 1 is a decent gate here. Looks like Bewley's got gate 3, he has got gate 3, and that's not the best gate, as we were saying earlier, later on in the meeting, because it gets the racing line over it. So we'll see how they go.
So the starting marshal walks away, we get a green light, and then the riders are away. Brady Kurtz has made a decent start. Maciej Janowski has shoved Dan Bewley out wide, but Dan Bewley's going to split the difference there. He nearly went between the two of them. Now Dan's going to go out wide, and it looks like there's some grip out there, and he'll be chasing Maciej down and trying to dive around the outside. He turns 1 and 2 here, Kurtz.
He is. It looks like the outside line's. He's just done the cutback. That's typical triathlon. Look at that. That's absolute.
Threading the eye of the needle, as it were.
Indeed. That just shows he's Grand Prix. He's a Grand Prix rider. That shows you why. He can just make them split decisions. He knew to cut back halfway through turn 1 and 2, cut back between the 2 Oxford riders, and now he's joined his teammate in 2nd place for another 5-1. I think the Oxford boys are going to try their hardest, but they're not going to be able to catch them 2 out in front.
No, what Dan Bewley was described recently as ginger spice, these 2, Brady Kurtz and Dan Bewley, the ginger ninjas out front for the Bellevue Aces, and with just about half a lap to go, these boys are showing the Spires a clean pair of heels, and that was a fantastic ride from Dan Bewley.
Yeah, it was indeed, yes. The Oxford guys are battling, but they're too far behind to really make an impression. But Dan just shows Dan's class there. I think Brady Kurtz, his class, made a great start, got in front, and he was away. But Dan Bewley had to battle there from 4th place to come through between them 2 riders and make it to join his teammate for a 5-1. That was a really good ride by Dan Bewley and by Brady Kurtz.
Yeah, Maciej Janowski managed to make the start. Brady Kurtz just got the better of it in the run to the first turn, but Maciej was able to shoved Dan Bewley out wide, so then Dan Bewley got filled in, and then he went back, so he had a lot of work to do, but do it he did.